Oh, hey folks. Welcome to the 2020 Lake Norman Dink Classic. You're in for a treat. I've already had a thorough, in-depth conversation with my partner. We're actually gonna go small baits. Small baits might not produce the biggest fish, but we're gonna produce fish. We're going to this place called the Hot Hole. It's a secret weapon. So stay tuned. Flyover, ladies and gentlemen. All right, welcome to the 2020 Lake Norman Dink Classic. We got 4 categories we're fishing for. Overall winner of the most bass weight will be the grand champion. Weigh-ins at 5:30 back here. You guys got any questions? Man, I say we roll with it. Let's start this championship. All right, guys, 5:30 back here. Be safe out there, okay?
So we're down by the dam, over by the nuclear power area, trying to find a new GoPro battery because I think Harrison gave me a dead one. The water's actually 70 degrees right here. Back at the boat launch, it was 55. They're running water through the power plant to cool the area down, and that water comes out 70 degrees down here. So we're throwing some jerk bait, some lipless cranks, see if we can't get on any. Buzz and Fluff had the same idea. They're down right at the edge of the gate to where the dam starts. We'll see what happens.
We're riding with USS Victoria.
This is our first location here, folks. This is the Hot Hole, McGuire's nuclear power plant. It's electrifying. Can't you just feel it in the atmosphere? I'm so excited right now. We're going all the way in the back of this cove. They're trying to pull a sneak. We're gonna work our way out. We beat them to the punch, barely. See him right there? Look at him trying to pull a sneak. Stay tuned, coming at you live.
We're gonna catch something. Oh, what's that? Bait ball. Try to drop it. Yeah.
Oh, looky, looky. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I got a feeling that this is the winner, folks. Can't you feel the electricity in the air? It's gonna be so jacked up. But ladies and gentlemen, with bluebird skies, I think we're gonna start off with this color. Grasshopper. Stay tuned. Here we go. All right, folks, we are hooked on 3rd cast today. Grasshopper seems like choice. Here we go. Oh, no, did he come off? He came off. Look at that. Ripped my worm square off the line.
Oh.
So we just came over here, moved spots. We came to the yacht club over here on Norman, try to hit up some docks a little bit. I'm switching a presentation right now. I was throwing just a grub presentation, little Nico rig. We left and they were still there, so it's kind of a scary thing. So they could be tearing them up right now, but hopefully not. I have no idea where Matt is. They're probably not catching anything because it's Matt. So, but yeah, just switching our presentation and been at it for probably about an hour now. So hopefully things start heating up here as the sun starts going down a little bit more.
Hey, count it. It's a fish, buddy.
It is. I don't know what it is.
White
but
perch.
It's a fish. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep them.
Oh, that's not the target fish there, but
No, that's probably what all this is. Yeah, that's probably what we've been seeing on the depth finder.
well, he counts though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, folks. 3rd cast of the day. We missed one. Yeah, it is a heartbreaker. You know, didn't seem like the biggest in the lake, but a fish is a fish. But one thing I wanted to point out here, we got some current, deep water. Not only current and deep water, but if you want to zoom in right over here, we actually, the water temperature here, we are looking at 70-some degrees. Let me tell you why that's important. We're in winter time and the rest of the lake is in between 52 to 54 degrees, and we're in like spring and summer conditions right here. Stay tuned.
Oh, it's catfish.
That's junk species.
Yep. Yeah, he wasn't fighting like a bass at all.
That's why I was like, "Are you hooked?"
I started to swing a little bit. We ain't keeping him, but we'll take a pick and put him on the scale.
Yeah. Tim, he's
Gonna kick one more time. Hook him.
Whoa.
Well, I guess that's one fish for you right there. Yeah, so we just still here at the yacht club, came back in this little cove, get away from the wind, and yeah, just started throwing a jig on these ducks, and big old catfish decided he's pretty hungry, so we're gonna get away on this guy and see if we can get the biggest junk fish for the day, because it's a pretty solid cat, but we'll take it. I mean, fish is a fish.
Ain't gonna win the tournament.
7 pounds, 5 ounces, so it's probably bouncing there a little bit, but pretty solid cat. No complaints. I feel you. I got you. Back to the bottom.
Find these fishes again.
Lost them already? You should have just set the hook on that one.
It feels good having a bite, man.
I wouldn't.
We are linked up with some kind of monster. I mean, I'm talking about we have got a good one, and I hope and I pray that it does not come off. Grab that net, Fluff. Get your move on, get your move on, get your move on. Grab it, come on, get your move on. Here we go. Get on up here, get on all fours. Here we go, here we go. Reach, reach, reach. That a boy, Fluff. Way to go, good fish. There we go. That a boy, Fluff. Thank you. Excellent. Way to get it and going. All right, folks, we're putting this one in the live well. First fish, 10 feet. And what we're looking at here is some pliers. Boy, good hook set right there in the jaws. All right, folks, we've got a good bass in the boat, finally. Finally, we got a good one. And we're gonna put this guy in the live well. Hopefully, we smelled the fish. We seen him busting. We're gonna let that area breathe for a second, fill the live well up. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it was bad yesterday.
It's coming up. It's a bass. It's coming up. Don't drop, buddy. Don't drop. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Might be the largemouth. That's good. Nice spot. Good spot.
Yes, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Yes, dude.
Let's go. That's huge.
Yes! Let's go!
We just caught our third fish of the, well, second spot of the day. I caught a, well, we're not telling anybody this, but I foul hooked a white bass, which it still counts because this is a bass tournament. But he just caught this pretty spot. I caught a spot on a crankbait.
We were fishing docks back in coves and stuff, and then we weren't really having too much success. We decided to throw on some bluff walls and stuff, and we ended up catching 2 fish off bluff walls. So I think for the rest of the tournament we'll be throwing around bluff walls.
We got about
so,
hour, 15 minutes.
yeah.
to
So
weigh in.
hopefully we can school up a couple more and win this thing.
Let's go.
All right, let's put you a new worm on there. Bring it on over here. Yep. All right, folks, we're making a little game plan change here. We had a little bit of a darker green color. We're gonna go to this one called watermelon candy. Those of y'all out there, who does the watermelon crawl? If you don't know it, learn it. We'll bring you a dance. Stay tuned for it. So here we go. Look at this little rig technique right there. It sits on the bottom just like that. and it just dances around just like that. Watermelon candy. The watermelon crawl. The watermelon crawl. Stay tuned, coming back. Good reaction strike too. I got him. Thank you. Appreciate that. Such a lethargic little bite sometimes. Sometimes you think to yourself, there's one thing to learn from this. Hook sets are free. Sometimes if you think, it might be a fish, it might not, go ahead and jack his jaw. I mean, get the thing in there, just like that. Stay tuned for more.
I want to know how you're feeling about that bass that you just lost. That could have potentially been a game changer for us in this tournament.
It would be our first bass. We got the trash fish of the catfish, and well, let's just say that we would have won the tournament with that fish. I mean, he was big enough. I set the hook and I couldn't reel. He started pulling drag. I tried to loosen the drag. It just disappeared. So I mean, I'm really tempted to go jump in the water, and just go get hypothermia and just not come back.
Yeah, well, it's about 5 o'clock right now, so it's coming down to the wire. So we got about 20 minutes and see what we can do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's a toad.
Let's go! Let's go! Oh! Let go, fish.
Let's go.
That's another solid fish right there, dude.
On the, all right, this is our.
This is money. Hold up. Go ahead. Tell him, Matt. Tell him, Matt. I got real in.
We've been doing a little research, and came out here yesterday, and there was two kraken crawls. That's vegan. 2 crawl crankbaits, and the guy wouldn't throw them because he said he hadn't catch anything. But I knew the crawl crank would produce right here. That was about 12 foot. Throwing off these stinking bankments right here, bluff walls, everything. We found a pattern. We got probably 30-ish minutes left to fish, and
Finally figured out a good pattern.
we finally figured out a pattern, and I'm feeling pretty confident about getting the win in this tournament. So,
I guess, are those bibs or spans? I got some bibs.
Well, folks, tell you what, if there was ever crunch time, it's right here, right now. Glory's last shot. We're going with this number 5 craw-colored shad wrap. The hook on the bottom of this is larger than the hook on the top. Adds a little bit more weight, gives a little bit more release out the back if they don't quite engulf the whole thing. That way I get them on that back treble hook. We got a little shallow flat here with some laydowns, and Matt Stokes has been known to pull out 2 and 3 pound spotted bass off the trees that fall in water right there. So we're gonna see if we can pretty much learn from the best and put it to use. See you soon.
Number 1.
Yeah, that's my little guy.
Oh, he seems like a big one.
Yeah, he's a stout one.
bigger than what Luke caught.
Not my catfish.
All right.
That's that. All right, there he is. We got the old half pounder.
Yeah, show the
All
camera.
right. 5-1. 0.51. Beautiful.
All right,
Oh yeah.
camera.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice little
Sounds
spot.
pretty.
That's our larger of the two.
Oh,
1.18.
All right.
what's the total?
Could be 1.57 or 5.
White bass. Oh yeah, there you go. I don't know how to hook them here. We do that.
Caught that joke on a spoon.
Yeah, we caught them on a spoon, about 40 feet. Wow. We saw a bunch of birds.
0.77.
Let's go.
That's not bad.
Ooh.
Healthy.
1.94.
Ooh. Got him?
Yep.
He might be 2.
1.71.
1.7.
Healthy fish. Got a good belly on him.
Last one.
Nice.
1.55. So, first annual, was it Lake Norman?
Dink Classic.
The Dink Classic out here on Lake Norman. Well, we won the biggest trash fish, 7-pound blue cat on a jig. Thanks to Luke here. Other than that, nothing. You know, we missed a couple here and there, but other than that, we didn't catch anything. So,
Yeah, it was
third place, last place.
You know, it was the Dink Classic, so we're used to just pulling pretty big fish, so we weren't going to win the Dink Classic this year, but
When we change the name next year to
Yeah.
Toad Classic, we'll win it. So.
for sure.
Well, we didn't finish last. We didn't finish first. We finished second.
You're the first loser. Yeah. We're right there in the middle. Couple fish. We lost 2 good ones. Caught a decent one. Caught a dink. But hey, it's the Dink Classic. So what are you gonna do? We finished right there in the middle. Don't piddle with the middle, folks.
First off, I want to thank God. Without him gifting us with these talents to catch spotted bass on crankbaits and drop shots, we probably wouldn't have won this tournament.
We started out struggling though. Like the first 3 hours, it was nothing. We got a couple bites, and then we headed up north pretty far, and we just started fishing bluff walls with crankbaits, and they started biting. And it's a special talent for us that we have here. We're very talented, 2 guys, and our competition had no shot. Honestly, they were.
And I want to shout out the camera woman, Mallory. She did it.
Both
she did.
camera women.
She
were
did an okay
amazing.
job. She missed one of my fish, but other than that,
Pretty
she didn't
solid.
do too bad. I mean,
Fun to have her on there.
oh, actually, she did pick a shaky head for Harrison, and he did pull a fish off a pole.
I did.
So,
I did.
other than that, I mean, the presentation Harrison gave was probably pretty good. Mallory's just getting credit for it. But yeah, our we're going home. Thumb's hurting. Trophy, got the hardware. Yeah, Lake Norman champs.